Hello, Dr. Dike Drummond here at thehappymd.com, and in this brief video, I'm going to show you a research-proven technique that I call treat yourself like a dog that will instantly lower your stress and increase your happiness and satisfaction levels. You ready? Here we go. Now, when I say treat yourself like a dog, to most people, they think that's a negative thing. But let me ask you this. Have you ever had a dog? You ever known a dog? Ever had a friend that had a dog? How about this dog right here? If you were to see this dog right now, what would you do with the dog? Yeah, I bet you'd say, attaboy, what a cute boy, scratch him on the butt. That's how you treat dogs. Well, let me ask you this next. Do you ever have a to-do list, a list of things that you need to do over the course of the day? Probably. And if you use that list and you do one of the items on the list, what do you do for yourself? Most people will tell me, well, nothing. I go on to the next thing. Well, what about this dog? What if this dog did something for you, brought you your slippers or fetched a ball? What would you do for it? Attaboy, good boy, scratch it on the butt. Yeah, so just think about that for a second. And one thing will become instantly obvious. We treat our dogs better than we treat ourselves. So my encouragement to you is this: treat yourself like a dog. For me, that's shorthand for celebrate all wins. Figure out what your happy dance is. Here's mine. Yes! And do it every time you complete anything on any to-do list that you make. Do it after you finish this video. Yes, I just watched a video on how to decrease my stress. Yes, or pat yourself on the back. Good job. And here's the interesting thing. This works like magic for your leadership skills and for your parenting skills when you start to treat your staff like dogs. Treat your kids like dogs. Treat your spouse like a dog. Treat your patients like dogs. This is actually a whole area of organizational development science called appreciative inquiry. Here it is, appreciative inquiry. You can look it up on Wikipedia. I'm not making this up. There's also a whole area of parenting based on this principle called catch 'em doing something right. People love to be complimented for doing good work. And our job is to lower that threshold where we compliment them, pat them on the back, give them an attaboy, scratch them on the butt, give them a liver treat, treat them just like we would a dog. And don't forget to do the same thing for yourself. Celebrate all wins. And here's another place where this becomes really important. If you are overstressed and maybe teetering on burnout, you're going to start trying to do new things in your life. You're going to have a little punch list of things that are different than you've done before. And what I'd like you to do is take your nose off the grindstone by treating yourself like a dog. Rather than just plow through this and make it a chore, a list of things that you just go from item to item to item. Go ahead, pat yourself on the back after every time you do something new. Every squeegee breath. Great job. Every time you do your scheduling of your life and put it in your cell phone every week so you make sure you have a life outside medicine, pat yourself on the back. Every time you complete a date night with your significant other, great work. Treat yourself like a dog, especially now when you're beginning to do new things. So there you go. One of the secrets to success, happiness, and lowering your stress is to treat yourself like a dog. And don't forget your kids, your spouse, your significant other, your coworkers, your patients. But start with yourself. Treat yourself and everybody around you like a dog, and everything gets a lot easier and more fun. Dike Drummond here at thehappymd.com. Keep breathing and have a great rest of your day.